Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Today, we see who's better in the NFC. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off from Tampa. Has this at the 6. Jukes one defender. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Hurts on 3rd and 2. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. That's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, coming off a career-best performance in year 7 here in the NFL, the #1 overall pick back in 2018 out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
I firmly believe the NFL is better with quarterbacks like Baker Mayfield in it. His teams, they just embrace his feisty, chippy attitude he plays with. They also embrace the production he's shown. Massive new career best a season ago with 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
To Chris Godwin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. That's caught. It's Godwin again. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
All right, here we go. Second down. Mayfield now from the gun. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's the give to Irving. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Has it in close. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. So the Buccaneer offense getting out there for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Baker now off the play fake. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Listen, this guy's reputation certainly precedes him in any game he's on the field, but it doesn't always keep QBs away from challenging him, especially early. But you know what will deter quarterbacks? Results. And those are the results he's looking for.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 13-0 lead. Mike Evans with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14, Eagles nothing.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing with a blitz on the way. It's a screen to Barkley. Down the left sideline he goes. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the fan. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. But he still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Hurts looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And they bring him down around the 34.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Hurts with it on third and short. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
They'll go. Hurts. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Irving on the counter. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Once again, Irving. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, looking to throw. Mayfield finds him over the middle. And he doesn't get the chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the give, this is Irving. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Sidney Brown in on that stop.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 4. Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. It's complete. This is Egbuka. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Buccaneers first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Irvin here from the gun. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
He's going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Buccaneers first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Baker now from the gun. Catch is made in close. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
Irving has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 20-zip lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
McLaughlin to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 21-zip already.
Eagles nothing. Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Gibson now to return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. It is caught left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagle.
That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Buccaneers leading so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He keeps it and takes off. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Play action. Hurts has it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Trying again following the sack. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He shovels this one forward. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles start to fight back with their first points of this game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game.
21, Eagles 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Escapes a defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They give to Irving to start this drive. Jukes out a one-stop. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On first down, they're going to run with Irving. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun, Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Right side, this is Ibuka. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Hauled in by Godwin. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Baker throwing again. Into the hands of Culp. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Stick it in the air. Here's Mayfield. Has it in close. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Complete to Emeka Ibuka.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route. They get one step inside of you. There's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. To throw is Mayfield. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Just 3 yards between them and a touchdown. It's 3rd and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. Mayfield now on 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a 3-possession game. Baker Mayfield a touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 7.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Buccaneer. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down throwing for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Barkley on the carry. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st down, Philadelphia.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. He'll try and run this. And he is down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Hurts now from the gun.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
The Buccaneers add another DB. Third down coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Connecting on the slant. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
On 1st down, Hurts finds him over the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Bucs' 9-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing from the gun. He's got it! Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. A.J. Brown, the touchdown! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game.
28. Eagles 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Juke the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. Down the field, Evans has it. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Mike Evans with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 14.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. Jukes one defender. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Zone read give here to Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he'll only get 3 here as we've reached the 2-minute warning. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Eagles have a lot of work to do for any points before the break. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. Free inside the 30. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Hurts on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. It's Hurts once again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts throwing again. It's a screen to Barkley. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. From the left hash, this is from 47. Elliott connects there. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Mayfield now from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. This play goes for 36. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. That's Godwin with yet another one. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Evans, the motion man here. Throwing again. It's Mayfield. That's Con. It's Godwin again. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
Face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying. Face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying. Face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying.
So they're going to run out their
face
field goal
purple
units.
crying, face purple crying, face purple crying.
The kick
Face
by
purple
McLaughlin is
crying,
good.
face purple
And that
crying,
stretches the lead
face
to
purple
21.
crying.
Buccaneers 38. Eagles.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile till they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick
Elliott's
off
all set for the kickoff. Tucker now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard. But like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and take some of the starch out of that front seven.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Baker out of the pistol. It's Ibuka on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Handoff headed right. Irving dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, these are what I call the body blows. It's not a home run. It doesn't deliver a chunk play, but it's these runs of 1 to 5 that keep you on schedule and take a little bit of steam out of that defense.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Otten on the slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3.
Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart
working from the
red.
gun to start. 1st and
Hands
10.
yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red.
Shotgun
Hands
snap, they're
yellow,
gonna
heart
throw.
red.
Has him on the quick
Hands
hitter.
yellow, heart red.
And he's able to
Hands
get it to the
yellow, heart
21
red.
as he goes
Hands
down.
yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red. Hands yellow, heart red.
At the 21-yard line.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Hurts now from the gun. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
And an Eagle first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he goes out of bounds as now we're going to hear from our referee. We both saw the defender jump there before that snap. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty.
The penalty is declined.
First and 10 now from the 30. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Throw left side, complete. And this one does not go far.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And again, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts yet again. And they take this in for the score. The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game.
Eagles 24.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and receiver Mike Evans headed back out. Their lead went from 3 touchdowns down to 2, Brock, but still a 14-point advantage for him here in the 3rd. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 23. Dumps it off to his running back. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. Baker now from the gun. It's a big strike downfield to Agbuka. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. The give for the first time to Rachaad White. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Here's the give to Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Baker. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Here's Baker to throw. Out left, and Otten makes the grab. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Chase McLaughlin.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Gibson now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts setting up to throw. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he gets this down near the 30.
Complete to number
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hurts on first down. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Got his man, that's Brown again. And this is down all the way to the 3. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Now they'll throw out of the gun.
High voltage American football television round pushpin. 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 V.
Going the wrong way. It's 2nd and goal now, back at the 12. Back to throw, Hurts. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Elliott connects there, and the gap closes to 14 points.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Gotta figure out this third down here. From the gun, Mayfield. That's Evans making the catch outright. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This is the end of the third quarter. The Buccaneers have that football, partner, and more importantly, they've got a good lead. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 48-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Buccaneers, first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Right back to Irving now. And he couldn't quite break it. Still a 5-yard gain, though. 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Mayfield now from the gun. Completed to his running back. Well, he got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Jahan Dotson. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
It's a sneak, Hurts. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you can depend on to create space.
Penalty, card red 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 penalty.
And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Hurts to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, a run with Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Hurts now from the gun. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Throwaway and incomplete. He was defended by Jamel Dean.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. Now Hurts. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10.
Buccaneers 44, Eagles 34.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Tucker now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving here from the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
So Darius Smith on the stop. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing Baker. He put some juice on it. He's got it deep downfield. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. And the Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
Well, you could see he gets the ball, and he sees a defender waiting for him right on the edge. And at that point, dead on arrival. A good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Taking in over the middle. It's Evans. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, give to Irving. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Baker now. Hits him on the out route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Irving. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Here's Baker. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This is a 39-yarder. The kick by McLaughlin is good. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Gibson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. Escapes a defender. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I got to just be honest with you, kid. I marvel at the strength we see out of these running backs. The strength, the agility. Not that they weren't strong when I was playing, but the guys today just run right through contact at times without even blinking, and that's how you get those big chunk yard runs.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Fires right away, but incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Dotson now in motion right. Working inside the red zone. The back's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles get it back to within 6.
47, Eagles 41.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Tucker now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Irving on the counter. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Well, that play right there, that one is Y lineman. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs could go do their job.
There's a dive up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 43. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Once again, Irving. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Baker leading the Bucs up to the line. They're going for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point.
They'll try to run it in. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, I know we normally look for where the breakdown occurred here, partner, but I think he just made a really good play defensively to get back there.
Yeah, you're not just thinking. He absolutely did it. That defender was reacting. Go shoot your shot. And that is teaching tape for that.
Chase
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Making some progress here. And a great run back has the offense just a touch shy of midfield to start this drive. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within one score in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles trim the deficit down to 5.
53, Eagles 48.
Still some time left, most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the Buccaneers manage to recover the football. Well, that's going to do it, Brock. They recover the kick and now can just run out that clock unimpeded.
Yeah, no timeouts on the opposing sideline. Give some credit to the hands team right there. Got the job done. And now as an offense, the greatest formation in the history of football. You know what that is, Kate?
Line it up, boys.
The victory formation.
The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. Their lead still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we could take one more knee and celebrate.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. It's victory formation the rest of the way for these Buccaneers, who take a knee. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers winners, as with that, we sign off from Tampa.